Good morning. It's Thursday. Hope you guys had a good Zoom party last night. I missed some of you. We're going to try it again next Wednesday at 7 o'clock too. So hopefully we'll see you then. But we did get our avocado plant planted and our avocado pit planted. And so we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully it will grow and be a healthy avocado plant. We'll see. Okay. So what I want you to do today, sorry about no video yesterday. It was had a little problem. So I want you to do a journal page that looks like it's got the number 3 on it. It's got the number 3 on it. And it says, for lunch today, I will eat spaghetti. For lunch today, I'm going to help my mom cook. For lunch today, you tell me, okay? Anything about lunch. For lunch today, blank. Okay, the next thing that I want you to do is to read 2 more sentences on your paper. And I've already got these marked because I actually had the video made yesterday. And so everything is already marked because I'd done it once, but then it had to be erased again. Anyway, it's a long story. So everything's already marked here. These 2 orange sentences, the one that begins with I and the one that begins with do. Okay, I want you to read those. While you're reading them, push pause. And when you are finished reading them, I want you to push play again and we'll read them together. Okay, let's read these sentences together. Ready? I am glad you are not sad. Sad. I am glad you are not sad. Do you see how I kept my finger moving nice and smoothly? Look at the word glad and sad. Do you see the AD at the end of both? They both have the same ending, so that means they rhyme. Glad, sad. Okay, let's look at the next sentence. Start with do. Ready? Do not drop the lamp. Lamp. Do you know what a lamp is? A light, right? Do not drop the lamp. Okay? Very good. The next thing that I want you to do is to repeat some shapes for me. And the paper looks like this. Now, the directions at the top are, I think, in German maybe, I don't know. They're not in English, so don't pay any attention to them. I'm not sure what it says, but I know what to do. So, again, I've already done this once. So, this is what I want you to do. You see that there are 3 dots, 3 more dots, 3 more dots. So there are 3 dots going this way, and then there are 3 dots going down. You are asked to draw this shape over here. You have to repeat that shape. Okay? So what I did it in green. Now I'm going to use orange to go over it. What you're going to do is you're going to see how they drew a line all the way down on this side. So that's what I want you to do, is to draw a line all the way down on this side. Okay? And then they drew a line all the way over to the other side in the middle. Not the top one, not the bottom one, but the middle. Okay, so they drew a line to this dot right here. So what you're going to do is exactly that. Start at the top and go all the way over to the middle. And then they did the same thing here. They connected this bottom one to the middle also. Okay? Now what we're going to do, I'm going to help you with these next 4, all of them on this column, and then I'm going to have you do them by yourself on that side. Okay? So let's go to the next one. It looks like a backwards capital L, doesn't it? backwards capital L is what it looks like to me. So what you're going to do on this one, let me grab this, it makes it a little easier for me. Okay, do you see how they drew a long line down on that side? So you're going to go through all three of them, and then they came all the way across to this side. They went through 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. So let's go all the way across. Then this time they just came up 1 dot. Then they went to the right for 1 dot. Then they went up 1 dot, over 1 dot. So let's do that. Up 1 dot, over 1 dot. And then you have your backwards L. Okay, this next one. Let's look at that next one. It looks like they made a long line down here, then a long line across on the bottom, and a long line up. Okay, so let's do that. Long line down, long line across, and a long line up. And then they went from this dot over here to the next dot slanted. So it will be the middle dot, the very middle dot. It's the line in the middle both ways. Okay, so this dot right here, and we're going to go down there, and then we're going to connect these 2 dots too. Okay, good. Now, if you look at this shape, all they've done is transversed it. They've flipped it upside down. Okay, so this is almost the same as this, if you look at it closely. Okay, so what they did is they went all the way over on the top and all the way down on the right side. So let's do that. All the way over on the top, all the way down on the right side. Okay, so we've got this and this. Now we're going to go over, up, over, up. Think you can do that? Just 1 dot at a time. Over, up, over, up. All right, we just have 1 more to go. Okay, let's do this one. This one's a little bit trickier. So you can start anywhere you want to. I'm going to start up here at the top because I think that would be the easiest place. I want to make sure that I get the right starting point. So we're going to start on the left, and we're going to go to the right 1 dot. Okay, so I started on the left. I'm going to go to the right 1 dot. Then I'm going to start in that same spot on the left, and I'm going to go down this time. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, you see that I go slanted to the dot in the middle on the bottom. So I'm going to find the dot in the middle on the bottom. I'm just going to put a little dot there myself with my orange marker, and I'm going to connect those 2 dots. Over here on this side, I'm going to go to the right column of dots, and the one in the middle is where I want to go from this point up here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a dot there in the middle. That's the dot that I'm going to. I'm going to draw my line to connect those 2 dots. And then from where I ended over here, it looks like I go down and across. So I'm going to start there, and I'm going to go down and across to connect those last 2 dots. Okay? And you should have your shape there. Now, I want you to do this side over here by yourself, and then when you're finished, you can come back and actually, you know what? You've already got the shape over here, so just see, does yours match this shape? If it does, you did it right. If it doesn't, give it another try. And some of these are kind of tricky, so if you need some help, that's totally fine. Ask your mom or dad, or if you have an older brother or sister who think might be able to help you, ask them to help you. They'd be happy. Okay? So you guys go ahead and do that half on your own. Push pause while you're doing it if you want. And then when you're finished, push play and come back to me. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is the before, between, and after page. So, you know, yesterday we did the before, no, we did the between. The day before we had done before. This time we're going to do after. So what I want you to do is find that page. There it is. Find that page. And on this side, we're going to do this column now, the after column. What comes after 6? 7. What comes after 13? 14. What comes after 29? 30. What comes after 34? 35. 17. 18. 42. 43. 39, 40. Good job. So you can color those little pictures at the bottom if you want to. You don't have to, it's up to you. But if you want to color those, then you may. Okay, we have 2 more things. We have our sentence correction, and then we're going to learn about picture graphs today. So what I want you to do is to look at my sentence here. And tell me 4 things a good writer does. Uses their best handwriting. I did that. Make sure that it makes sense. So let's read this together. Ready? The dog ran fast. Fast. The dog ran fast. Does it make sense? It does. What kind of a punctuation mark are we going to put at the end of that sentence? It's a telling sentence, so we'll just put a period. The dog ran fast, period. What else needs to be done? Capital T. The very first letter of the sentence should be capital. So, this is what your sentence should look like when you're finished with it. Capital T in the. Dog ran fast, period at the end. You can just push pause and finish copying that if you need to, okay? And when you're finished, push play. We're going to learn about picture graphs. Okay, so we have talked about tallying, right? We talked about tally marks the other day. And we have talked about graphs that look like this. What kind of graphs were those called? Do you remember? They have bars on them. Sometimes they go this way. Sometimes they go this way. What kind of graphs are those? Bar graphs, right? Easy. Bar graphs. So today we're going to talk about picture graphs. And again, I've already written on this one because I've already done this video once. Sorry. Your picture graph looks like this. And at the very top, it says this picture graph shows how many children are in each room. So it would be like us counting how many children were in the kindergarten room and how many children were in the first grade room and the second grade room. That's what they did here. And this says room 7, room 8, room 9. You can see which rooms they were, okay? And then they counted the children in each room and they drew the children there, okay? So what I did to make it easier Actually, let's do this first one first, okay? It tells us to do something